Alright, I'm demonstrating my spin on Skadush's Smith of Kitava Firebear walk around kind of like RF build, but I'm Pathfinder and I'm using Doryani's prototype. Right, the build is Walking Calamity, generates Rage, we spend Rage with Rageforged 1, that gives us endurance charges, just because we are a bear like that. And we spend the endurance charges with the Jagged ground 1 in the Ancestral Cry. Right, so the build has 4 steps to its process. Walking Calamity generates endurance, endurance gets spent, everybody wins. Right, the third part of the process is this primal hunger, generate rage per second per range, blah 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 blah. Right, basically, Walking Calamity spends rage, we generate rage because we spent rage, and that makes our Walking Calamity loop forever. You probably know about it, but just in case. Right, so without even anything extra or leaving the hideout, we can generate rage for the... Actually, no, I'm generating glory by the Ancestral Fury. Right, anyway, and after we have 8 endurance charges, we can do the walk ride. Right, and now we have 140 of Ancestral Cry, all our steps are Jagged ground, all of them go boop 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 for some extra damage, and they boop the fishes, so if you have fishes you can totally boop them. Right, the more speed you have, the better off you are. That is why I chose to be a Pathfinder, right? And I haven't got my 4th ascendancy yet, but if I can not be knocked out of sprint, then it will be huge. Right, anyway, I love Doryani, so I'm wearing Doryani's prototype. My presence is big because I have some jewels and some skills in the tree to increase the presence area. Right, and because I am wearing Valako's Vice, all the fire damage that we have, because we're wearing the Fury of the King, it gets converted to lightning. And because we have minus resistances, we have a lot of lightning damage that gets amplified by 78 or a little bit lower when we pick up the resistances with Headhunter. Headhunter is probably not necessary and can be replaced with something like Gore Girdle to make you tankier, although I'm not sure about that. Right, Ingenuity, a normal rare, whatever floats your boat really. Many good options. Right, Eventus Gamble is not necessary, probably, but Valako's Vice gives us a lot of lightning resistance, so we need to compensate. Right, the boots are energy shielded because of the iron slippers that gives us armor per energy shield, and because we are Pathfinder, I'm doing the damage defenses everywhere that I can find. And so that is all well and good. Alright, and now your defenses apply to both energy shield and the armor. And because my attribute passives are defenses, I'm wearing the prototype with the minus life and plus armor instead corruption. I don't know how expensive they are or how they are to make. Oh, good luck with that. My tip is Greater Iron and Anomalous Gaze. If you have just the 2 sockets, I'll probably try to shoot for more when I have more money. Right, so the belt is not necessary, the ring mine is kind of shit. Astramentis is probably necessary with a big roll to get everything that we need. 94 strength. No. A lot of strength because we want a helmet with armor. And I want a helmet with armor because my aspiration is to go here and get a runic helm. Right, and get even more energy shield for free, basically. Right, the tree as a Pathfinder looks... Well, I made it look a little bit like this. I'm not sure if it is optimized. Right, movement speed, because it is funny, and that is what... the more you step, the more damage you do. So, synergies there. More armor. We go on the inside to get the armor to crits and get a lot of armor. If you go on the outside, it's going to take you more points, obviously, and you don't need anything here. Right, we want all the endurance charge nodes in this area. All of them are helpful, although... no, all of them are useful, yes. Right, I moved here because... no, movement speed and presence area of effect. Right, glory generation for life... what should you call it? Lifestyle improvements. Right, glory generation, and presence area of effect to make it bigger. Armor applies to elemental damage because, no, why not? Armor applies to elemental. Here you have the metamorphosis for minus resistances. The ring is medium small. Right, and Vengeful Fury, Prism God. These 4 nodes are nice. Thorns are not necessary. This might be, but we may as well be moving up to the Molten Being for the Fizz as Fire. Right, what else do you need? Presence. This thing to make the buffs longer. As you may have seen, my Walking Calamity is 20 and my Endurance Cry is 1 minute 40 when it's after full charges. So, oh yes, and my endurance charges are from +1 on the Headhunter. If you can get more on your belts or anywhere else, then you probably should, because it's not very long. It's not very long at all. Right, for my talismans, I'm not using anything special. I found this one. Not sure if it works or how it works. Probably need to look into that later. Right, for my aspiration, alright, I'm level 84 just now. Right, for my aspirations I want armor applies to cold, Sigil of Fire, and these 2. Yes, good things would be these plant extra plus physical, no, as extra physical, but for the life leech, but it's not really necessary because of the 6 life endurance charge restore or recover. Right, if you have any improvements that you can think of, like for example removing these 2 and just saving a point, put them in the comments. Okay, anything else? No, nothing that I can think about. Right, for my maul, do not need it, do not use it. Molten Crash Fist of War, because we're always ancestrally boosted. I put fishes and fishes, and Holy Descent, just because. Duration and Close Combat for Ancestral Cry, and Jagged Ground because it enables the combo. Walking Calamity is duration, primal armament, ignite to ignite, and Rageforged because that is the combo. Right, Valako's Vice. Not all of my fire is converted to lightning, so we can ignite, so we can have the seismic ancestral cry earlier. And that should be all. Right, your greatest threats in life are lightning damage, because you basically have zero resist for the purposes of protection. And I don't like chaos at all. Anything else should be doable. Alright, let me do a map demonstration now. See you in a few.
Red sands, a reminder of the Vastiri. Monstrosity! An easy trophy! milk sweat.